A divorced father and indebted gambler is invited to play a series of children's games. The players soon discover that losing a game results in their death. Each death adds 100 million to the potential 45.6 billion grand prize. The exciting thing for me would be if the next Stranger Things came from outside America, says co-CEO. Netflix opened up a division in Asia in 2018. And while they were still operating out of temporary leased office space in Seoul, Hwang brought his script to their attention. He said it was going to be big in Korea because it had a well-regarded director with a bold vision. Squid Game was a popular Korean children's game from the 1970s and 1980s. It was selected because of its potential to make a lot of losers in one go. The characters were based on Hwang's childhood friends and the character name. Hwang wrote all of the series himself, taking nearly 6 months to write the first 2 episodes alone. He said that he had forgone dental health while making season 1. But he wrote the ending to keep a potential hook for a sequel in mind. Players and soldiers each wear a distinctive color to reduce the sense of individuality. The maze-like corridors and stairs drew inspiration from the stair drawings of M.C. Escher, including Relativity. Production designer Chae Kyoung-sun said these seemingly infinite stairways represented a form of bondage for the contestants. The tug-of-war set was actually set more than 10 meters. 33 feet off the ground. It was intended to juxtapose memories of childhood and unsettling fear in the players. Dalgona used in The Man with the Umbrella were made by a street vendor from Daehangno. A replica of the doll used in the episode 1 of the series was exhibited in 2021. The show has an approval rating of 94% based on 63 reviews. Squid Game's unflinching brutality is not for the faint of heart. But sharp social commentary and a surprisingly tender core. Stream it. Squid Game takes a fresh idea and spins it into a thrilling drama. The series has a weighted average score of 69 out of 100 based on 13 critics. There's an almost Lovecraftian sense of horror. To do with normal lives being unlistenable, he said. The series became the first Korean drama to top 10 weekly most watched TV show charts. It reached number 1 in 94 countries, including the United States and the United Kingdom. The show's director Hwang was named the Straits Times Asian of the Year in 2021. Squid Game remained the most watched series on TV Time for 4 consecutive weeks. It was ousted by You in the following week. According to Nielsen, by October 2021, Netflix estimated that it had generated nearly $900 million in value. Squid Game creators have a way of taking ideas from foreign works and applying their own cultural spin on it that draws in more audiences. The show's popularity led to a surge of network traffic which caused SK Broadband to file a lawsuit against Netflix, seeking monetary damages for increased broadband usage. By November 2021, views of Squid Game-related videos on YouTube had surpassed 17 billion views. The video has over 9.6 million views on Saturday Night Live's YouTube channel. It was the most watched television show on search engine in 2021. Writer-director Hwang Dong-hyuk accused of plagiarizing 2014 movie As the Gods Will. He claimed he wrote the script in 2009, 5 years before the show was released. He said the similarities were purely coincidental and there is no copying from either party. Dirt Spoon series aims to stop people from falling further in debt. Many borrowers turn to risky propositions, such as high-risk investments or gambling. Squid Game is not a subtle show, either in its politics or plot, author says. The series was introduced ahead of the 2022 election. The campaign period became known as the Squid Game campaign. The series drew some criticism for its similarity to the 2014 Japanese film As the Gods Will. It features dangerous versions of children's games such as Daruma-san ga Karonda. Some bilingual viewers have debated the quality of Netflix's translations. The English closed captioning changed the meaning of some dialogue when compared to the original. Korean. Ageo and honorifics used in the Korean language are often left out or overly simplified. A second season may focus more on the story of the front man. He said he wanted to explore the relationship between the cryptic front man and his policeman brother. In late October 2021, he stated he was in discussions with Netflix. The goal is to leave their house and move outside the figure around to the bottom of the defensive house. The defensive team tries to eliminate the offensive team members by pushing him across a line of the figure they are not permitted to cross. This means pushing players who have entered the figure out, or pushing players attempting to hop over the figure at 4 into the triangle. In popular culture, there are few official written sets of rules. The name, Squid Game, comes from one of the popular children's games played in the neighborhood of the lead character, Seong-tae. It is played on a squid-shaped court, with the idea of the game being similar to the Western children's games Tag and Red Rover. The first episode was globally released on Netflix on September 17, 2021. The purpose of any of these games is to collect all of the opponent's marbles. It is possible to play a version of it online. The final round presents another game which is a cruel version of the children's game Squid Game. The series feels highly addictive, and will keep you at the edge of your seat until the end of the finale. The main characters all get a fleshed-out backstory that explains their drive to win and has us cheering them on. As popular as the show may be, it is also not for everyone. Squid Game started streaming on Sept. 17, focusing on a desperately indebted group of people in South Korea. It's a well-done drama, horror series that's no one on the streaming service. Don't miss the final episode, which is a real roller coaster. Squid Game is a Netflix original drama, made in South Korea, but it's dubbed into English. If you have 9 hours to spare, go ahead and binge it. You should read our article about why you want to adjust subtitle settings on your TV. The 3-episode Japanese show, Alice in Borderland, features students transported into a parallel world where they must play games to survive. Some are claiming that Squid Game is suspiciously similar to a 2014 Japanese film, As the Gods Will, directed by Takashi Miike. It's also about a death tournament using childhood games.